All right, I think we are live and ready to go. So hope everyone is doing well and staying safe right now. We're having our monthly Spyglass Realty meeting, and we're going to do it on the RealtyHack group just to, um, you know, right now is just like such a trying time in our life, and I don't think anyone has seen anything like this. What we need to do is to try to normalize our life. We need to be engaging with our clients. I mean, basically, what are you going to do? You're going to sit home or go crazy, or are you going to like try to make the best of this, right? And the way that we can do that, the number one thing that you can be doing with your anybody that you have worked with or can potentially work with is conversations. Okay. That is the hardest thing to do because it requires picking up the phone and making calls. Okay. But it's the most important thing. And we've talked about this before, is that what we're trying to do as real estate agents, as human beings, is engage, build relationships. The relationships that you build now, right now, are going to be more important than any other relationship you've ever built in the past. Okay. So when you're making calls and you're talking to people, just be a human being. You're not trying to sell anything. You're just asking them how they're doing, how you can support them, right? And then you're going to let them know what you're seeing. Like, these conversations are going to be like quasi about real estate, but really what they're going to be is you're building a relationship, right? What else are you going to do right now? So what we're going to talk about today, I've got a couple different topics. I've got how real estate agents can use video for engagement during coronavirus. We're going to talk about the newsletter we have going out that's going to have a lot of helpful tips, and then a lot of social media, post videos. Last month we had Adam Contos talking about the 30 days of video, and he put in, basically that we have 3 different ways to do that. You've got Facebook Live, you've got you've got groups, and you've got stories. Okay, what we're going to put together for you is the images for you to do the very basic stuff, but you still have to do the work, right? You have to come up with the topics. You've got to go live. You've got to, do videos. I mean, the world is changing right now. Okay. And we're going to see more innovation in this period, in these next 3 months, in a virtual world. And what we want to do at Spyglass is we want to be at the forefront of that, right? We want to help you to engage with your audience, to be the source for real estate in a virtual world. So we've got a lot of things coming over the next week or two. We're going to be having a virtual transaction that we're putting together. We're going to have 360 cameras that you're going to be able to, tour any property, upload it on our site. People are going to be able to look at properties with, within a 360 virtual world without ever leaving the house, right? So we know that the world is going to innovate because that's just what happens in times of crisis. We want to be the ones that are going to be at the forefront of that, okay? So I'm going to present my screen, and we're going to go ahead and get started. All right. Okay, how real estate agents use video for engagement during coronavirus, okay? The first thing is virtual open houses. A lot of you guys know that we're in basically a shelter, what do you call it? John, what is it called? Shelter in place. So, when I talk about these things, make sure that you are legally allowed to do it. Real estate agents are considered essential services right now. We don't know what that means. We're going to get more into that. But, for the purpose of this webinar, we're going to be talking about vacant homes, right? If you've got nothing to do and you're in shelter in place and you have permission to go do a video of a property, then I think you have this is a really good opportunity to engage with your audience. Okay, so make sure you have permission from the listing agent on Facebook first. Okay, the other thing is you're going to want to have a lead capture for people that maybe your Facebook friends that register. So when you're doing a live walkthrough on a home, you cannot put a link in there. You're going to have a link added by a friend or spouse or whatever. So you can go to one of our agent sites, type in the address. That way, when someone does register, the lead will go to you and it won't go, it's like a house lead, okay? So you want to prepare for this by having that link ready and have one of your friends posting it as soon as you go live. I did it the other day, Kelly posted it. You want to prepare for, safety purposes. And by the way, I just want to say this you have to be comfortable with this. If you have any issue at all, if you have any kind of health concerns, don't freaking do it. Okay. Like this is something that you're going to do if you're comfortable in a safe environment. And this is why we put vacant homes there, right? So bring disinfectant wipes. Kelly, that's wipes, not wipers. You're going to bring soap, hand sanitizer, and a handheld phone tripod. I bought like 50 of these from Alibaba the other day. So they're at the office in the storage room. You're welcome to pick up one if you want and use that for the video. Before you turn on the video, I've got a whole video in here of how to like disinfect the house, but go in, wash your hands, use a disinfectant to turn on the lights, familiar yourself with the property and know what you're going to say. And what I mean by that, next slide, no, is you're going to know what the square footage of the property is, how many bedrooms and baths, wood floors, quartz countertops, waterfall countertops, know what you're going to say. And you're going to treat it like you're walking through with a buyer, okay? So you're going to start on the outside of the property with Facebook Live on selfie mode, okay? Say, hi, this is Ryan with Spyglass Realty. We're looking at this property, 123 Main Street, and I'm going to do a walkthrough of the home for you and then move to picture mode. Take your time, go through the property, point out the features and give the stats of the property. And when you walk out the front door, go back to the selfie mode and then talk about the amenities, okay? In other words, it's near Barton Hills Elementary, which is a highly rated school. We're 3 blocks from the entrance to the Greenbelt. And then finish by saying, if you have a property you'd like me to do a virtual walkthrough for, please let me know, okay? Well, I just said that. When you sign off, what I recommend doing is use this opportunity. You're already at the property and you want to, like, while we're creating video, you want to get as much as possible. The video that you do on a live Facebook or Instagram is going to be grainy. You can download that video and that's fine if you do nothing else, but you're already at the property. Go through and do another video with your tripod. If you've got an iPhone 11 with a wide angle lens, put it on wide angle. Those turn out really well. The stabilization is going to be better. Everything is going to be better than if you're going live. You're already there. Might as well do it. Okay. If you've got a GoPro, put it, GoPro with a wide angle lens, use that. If you have a 360 camera, which we're going to be getting one here very shortly, then, do a walkthrough with that as well. The reason for this is you can do the exact same walkthrough, but you're going to be able to multi-purpose this on social media with a better copy of the video. Okay, so, and then also, if you're using your phone for the second one, put it on airplane mode so you're not interrupted. That happens all the time. Okay, so now you have your video. You have your live, it's already done. You have your video, second walkthrough. Go back, when you get back, write a description. Hey, this is Ryan with Spyglass Realty. Today I toured 555 Main Street in Barton Hills. if you have a property you've seen on MLS you'd like me to tour, please comment below the video and let me know or send me a direct message. If you wanted to have a conversation on what we're seeing right now, please send me a direct message. I'm happy to have a conversation with you. Everything that we're going to talk about doing in the next 20, 30 minutes is about having conversations, right? And so, you know, engage anything that you write, ask them about a conversation. Take that video and that description, and you're going to repost it on other platforms. You've got Facebook groups, neighborhood specific or client specific. A lot of you guys have started your own like VIP client places. You're going to put an Instagram with 1 minute clips. You can use, I think, cut stories for that. I don't know. YouTube and LinkedIn. You take that description, you put it on every single social media platform, and that way you have the widest audience, right? Everything we talk about with Spyglass is about multi-purposing content, right? You never do one thing for one platform. It's always multi-platform. Okay, so that was it for the virtual walkthrough. Pretty easy. We're going to talk about our video for newsletter. So we've been doing a newsletter for you guys for the past year, I think, where it's got the market stats. Recently, in the past few months, we've asked you guys to do a newsletter. Do a video intro. Okay. This month's newsletter will include market stats, home survival kit, where to get booze, delivery, takeout, kids activities, arts and crafts, how to practice social distancing when walking, essential places that will be open, alternatives to grocery, market Q&A from independent title, new listings, saved searches. So we're building a newsletter that is all about how one can keep themselves busy during this time of crisis. Let me see what the next slide is here. Okay, so what we're talking about here is putting the video in front of it, okay? We put a video in front of our last few newsletters, but you wanna make it personal. Tell them where you're at in your life right now, right? You're gonna be a little bit more vulnerable. You're gonna talk about what you're doing to keep yourself busy and your family busy. You're gonna talk about what you're seeing in the market, okay? And then finally, you're gonna talk about the virtual staging option. Guys, let me tell you this. If you do a video for the newsletter that's going out on Monday, it will have the biggest open rate in history. I promise you, okay? So, make this video personal. Be a little bit vulnerable. You don't have to go crazy and, talk about how manic depressant you are. But you also want to be positive, vulnerable, and informative, okay? And then also, we're going to talk about this in the next segment here, but we're going to be doing a virtual staging option with Sunny. We'll get to that. So you're going to talk about that in the video. Okay, creating relevant content for social media. We took this from my friend Amy Youngren. So what we're going to talk about in this segment are post, video, stories, things to put in groups. And so this is one of them. Like, guys, we're having a meeting twice a week now, or 3 times a week. Take a screenshot of it, right? And then with this caption, market update with our team, DM me for info, or probably DM me for questions. By the way, guys, Kelly, for this presentation, made all of these clips. They will be available on the social media section of Workplace here soon. But like, another one is tips for quarantine, right? This is for like stories or posts or Instagram. Physical activity challenges, memes, home organization 101. Now, Kelly took this from, you know, we took it from somewhere, I don't know, Pinterest or whatever. So she's revising this without the dates on here, right? The 14 days for total organization, that's very relevant in today's world. Market videos, like we've been doing, like these are great ways to engage with your audience. People are wanting to know what's in the market, and like, just, you know, be truthful, tell them exactly what we're seeing right now. It's kind of a mixed bag. It may turn into a complete shit show here pretty soon. We don't know. By the way, I always say this: if you're having conversations with clients, don't predict, okay? Like, even if you predict something and you think it's going to happen, don't tell them, because we just don't know what's going to happen. Don't tell them the market's going to come back in full force. Don't tell them it's going to turn into Armageddon. Whatever you think, keep that to yourself, okay? Because you just don't know what's going to happen. But you can tell them what's happening right now. We've seen multiple offer situations. We've seen people that have bailed out of properties at the last minute because they're scared. So keep that knowledge of what is happening in the market in relevance to what you're seeing, and consistently with you and your team members. Check in with lender rates, stay up to date with the most accurate quote. And by the way, once again, these are all going to be available to you in the social media group of Workplace. Conduct interviews. When we were brainstorming this with Kelly and John McCarthy and Sonny, we went through like principals, doctors, nurses, pharmacists, economists, right? This is a previous interview we did last year, I believe, with Samantha Conkey. Homeschooling tips, that's a big issue right now, right? We'll have all this stuff. And then, by the way, we're gonna have a master article that's gonna cover all of the things we're talking about. It will be on our website. It will be sent out in the newsletter. So, ways to keep kids busy. Man, is that a big topic right now or what? Like, everyone's driving each other crazy. You know, you're cooped up at home, practicing social distancing. This is a really good one. Daily gratitudes. We took this from Isabel Affinito. We think that this is a good one. One of the things that we were talking about yesterday was that you have different segments of your audience, right? Like, you have people that don't have kids that are going to be interested in different things than people that do have kids. So keep that in mind, and just know that, like, you can talk about things that are not exactly in your sphere, right? Like you know, what people without kids are doing, you know, how to keep yourself sane when you don't have kids. Like, everyone's going through this crazy stuff right now. Places you can get liquor delivered. Guys, did you know that Texas is like the #1 state for drinking right now? Would have never thought that, right? But it is. And we're going to have that on our blog as well. Uh-oh. Is that it? Hold on. Yep. So that is it for this. Okay. One thing, Kelly, are you here? Hold on. She's okay. One second, guys. I think there's another part of this transaction. Okay, hold on. Workplace. Okay. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Here we go. Ryan slideshow. Sunny shots. Okay, got it. All right, I'm on it. All right, thanks. Bye. All right. Yeah, we do have another part of that. And I want to share my screen again here. Okay. Top DIY. In other words, do it yourself staging tips from a home stager. Sunny is going to be doing this. Basically, here's the thought behind this, okay, is that we're going, like, I'll do it first. I'm going to be having an interview with Sunny, our stager, going over the DIY tips for staging, okay? And it'll be live on Facebook. It'll be probably 5 or 10 minutes, okay? And then if you're with our company and you're interested in doing the same thing, you can do that with Sunny as well, and you'll go live on it, right? Here's a kicker. Well, we'll go through this in just a second, but here's a kicker. Let me just make sure. Is that you're going to offer them a $30 gift certificate to Home Depot by commenting in the section below during the interview, okay? And you're also going to offer them a virtual staging appointment to go over these tips with them. Completely free, no charge at all. What we're trying to do here is we're trying to offer them an item of value through staging tips, through DIY, you know, things that are going to help them improve the value of their home and keep them busy during this time. And we're going to create engagement through likes, through social media, comments, and through hopefully shares, right? So you'll go through decluttering and organizing. You're going to take, this is basically the presentation that Sunny will give during the Facebook Live that she does with our agents, okay? These are just, this is going to be the interview with Sunny. These are the things that you can do, okay? And this all will be available to you whenever you're ready to do this, or if you're ready to do this, right? People have a lot of time right now. This is an excellent idea for people that are wanting, so we'll have a presentation. They're going to talk about, Sunny's go through every single part of this, but even better than that, like, you're going to offer them the virtual staging appointment so that Sunny can walk through on the phone, go through the property, and basically help them, you know, organize their next project. Because here's what we found is that people that do this on their own and left to their own, you know, suggestions are gonna like paint it burnt orange. How many homes in Austin have you seen that are burnt orange? It's horrible. It's not a good idea. So guys, that's all I have for you today. I do want to reiterate that our next newsletter is going to be a whopper, okay? We have the social media tips that are going to be on social media. On the social media page group of Workplace. We're going to have the video. I'd highly encourage you to do that. Like, you know, start building these relationships. Really do your best to, you know, make yourself memorable. We're going to do as much as possible to innovate right now so that when this is all over with, we're going to be memorable, okay? And here's the deal. There's 13,000 agents in Austin right now, okay? Here's my prediction. By November, there's going to be 8,000. Could be wrong, but there's going to be a huge fallout of agents. And the people that are putting in the time right now are the ones that are going to reap the benefits after this is over with. It's a scary, crazy time, but it will pass, and we're going to get you through it, okay? We're going to keep innovating. We're going to keep providing content. We're going to help you to know exactly what to say, when to say it, and what platform to say it on, okay? I hope you guys are all staying safe right now, loving each other, being kind, and be patient. Holy shit, is it hard to be patient right now? Like, it's a trying time indeed. So everyone, take care.